So after many moons, this is your boy ATL, and I am finally making a new video. I never intended to make such a hiatus between videos, but it happened. We had a whole almost something like 18 months between a video. So to my shame, here we go. I never intended to do that, but man, we moved. I had babies. Everything just changed. So, and there was a point after moving where it really takes like a year to get your setup back up and respectable again. So things are basically the same, but obviously we're in a different room here. Got a little shelves for my speakers up there, and my monitors are basically the same. My keyboard is the same. My stereo is the same. I haven't really tidied up my wires like I would want to, but yeah, it's been a long road getting things back together. So probably the biggest change is just over here to my main system, and it's not in the Black Hawk Ultra anymore. It's actually in a Corsair 900D. I just kind of got tired of the Black Hawk Ultra. There is nothing wrong with it, and actually now that I've been with this case for a while, I actually have a deeper appreciation for the Black Hawk Ultra. It really did some things well. Um, obviously, it doesn't look as manly and stately as the 900D, but the 900D is not that much better than a Black Hawk Ultra. It's built better. This thing has the most wonderful side panels you've ever used in your life. So they just pop right off. Everything's so simple, but it's basically the same setup. I did change out my CPUs. I'm using 2690 V2s. And these are the 10-core, 20-thread Ivy Bridge E. So these are the 22 nanometer, and they turbo. The base clock is 3 gigahertz, and they turbo all the way up to 3.6 gigahertz. So pretty decent single core speed. I could have gotten the 12 cores, but I really wanted the good base clock so I could play some decent games and get some decent frame rates. So I think I made a good choice there. And I also switched out the 7990s. I sold those during the mining boom and made twice as much money than what I spent on them. So that was a good move, but I took some of those proceeds and got me a 1070 Ti hybrid. So now everything in here is water cooled. There's no custom loops. I am not a believer in custom loops because I don't want to do a whole bunch of work refilling and cleaning out and all that crap. I don't want to have to worry about leaks. I leave my computer on all the time. So yeah, I don't want to deal with custom water cooling. I feel like custom water cooling is great. More power to you if you do it, but it's not for me because I don't have time to make videos. So I definitely don't have time to do a lot of computer maintenance. So there we go. So let's start with Cinebench. Let's do this Geekbench run. And I really just want to find out, is this whole, should I have just bought something new, or should I have gone all in with this server build basically that I have? So you can see my specs here. 20 cores, 40 threads, 2690 V2. This is socket 2011. I am running Windows 10, 64-bit, GTX 1070 Ti. Here's what's going on over here. You can see what's happening in Task Manager. You can get a good look at my temps and see what's going on there. So let's click the button and get started. Everybody likes to watch Cinebench go, and this computer definitely crushes Cinebench. It's pretty quick. Let's see how our scores are and talk about that for a second. So we're done. That was pretty quick. If you want to look at your timer, 2807. So that's pretty fast. I mean, honestly, that's just as fast as the original Threadripper. Obviously, we have a few more cores here, but I mean, hey, man, no, this is no slouch. Obviously, this is not as good as the 7980XE by Intel. The single core is just way faster. I think it's about twice as fast, So I think 7980 is pushing somewhere around 45,000, 50,000 on Geekbench. I don't know what it's doing on Cinebench, but I would imagine it's quite a bit better. So let's go on over here. This is Geekbench. You can see you got the same specs here. Let's click Run CPU Benchmark. And we're going to talk about a few other things while this is running. I think it takes about 4 minutes or so to finish. So, see up here, got my webcam, PS4. Turn the webcam around, man. Don't let people spy on you. Not that I'm doing anything in here, but it just freaks me out. You never know who's going to hack into your computer. So, some crazy Russian dude somewhere. I've got my super long monitor with all of my temps and specs. I'll give you guys a rundown of what's going on up here. Just verifying everything, looking at my temps for all my cores. For y'all who want to put things in slow motion, we can do that. So yeah, let's look over here and see what Geekbench is doing. I think it's still on single core, but we can just see hasn't fully turboed up yet. We haven't fully got up to its max turbo, but you can see that it does hit that max turbo pretty regularly. Let's go to some other parts of the setup. Still rocking the Sony CRT, the classic, with the PS4 basically stuck on top like that. There we go, stuck on top. Remote stuck on top, camera stuck on top. I definitely like sticking things on top with Velcro and double-sided tape. So here is something interesting. This is my wife's computer. Yeah. So this is what a tech nerd's wife's computer looks like. It's a 2008 Apple Mac Pro, 32 gigs of RAM, 7950. It's flash to have a boot screen. Here our chime. We got our white screen right here, and we got a boot screen. So 8 cores, 3.2 gigahertz. Just a really nasty, beastly computer. I put USB 3 in it and all that stuff. Still got my printers right here, and chair, my wife's stuff right there, other printer, laminator, all that kind of good business. SSD boots really fast. It's also got a RAID 0 array in it. So let's head back over here. Still going with the Geekbench, and let's talk about this computer a little bit more. It's got a M.2 SSD in it. Boots pretty fast. This board does support M.2 SSDs. What else? It doesn't have USB 3. This board doesn't have USB 3. So you actually need a USB 3 card, which is kind of funny. But, I mean, it's fine. You've got plenty of expansion ports on this board. Doesn't have a sound card. So if you're looking for a board with a sound card, don't look at this one. Yeah, but this sound card does work great. It's a creative external USB sound card. It works just fine. Here we go. This is what you wanted to see. You wanted to see all of those cores getting wrecked, right? So this is what it looks like to use 20 cores and 40 threads, okay? Not using that much memory, but hey, 90%, 100% CPU utilization. So on all those cores, isn't that remarkable, right? 50 megs of cache. I mean, it's still a beastly machine. You know, I would recommend this to anybody looking to build something new to them. I would say I'm gonna milk this machine for all it's got. I mean, I've been using it for 2 years now, and I definitely want to get at least 5 years out of it. I'm probably gonna move to something 2011 V4, probably like Haswell E or something like that. Maybe probably Skylake E. I'll probably do Skylake E. I'll probably just wait up until those chips get real cheap. You know, the funny thing is that Ivy Bridge E is 22 nanometers, and the next node down is 14. And this is 2018. This was 2012, 2013. And we're still on 14 nanometers. So I'm really only one node off. So here's our score. Dang near 30,000. I have never broke 30,000 on Geekbench with this machine. I'm sure I could do it if I turn things off, but I've never done it. I'm sure other people have done it, but I can't. So that's how it goes. But it's a great machine. I love it. It is stable as a rock. I have very, very, very rarely had a crash. Funny thing is most of the time, let's go back over here to CPU utilization. I actually turn off most of all the hyper-threading, because there's just a lot of programs that just freak out when it sees all those cores. So yeah, so let's wrap it up. It's a great machine. I'm going to make some more videos, and I hope that you sub, like, and subscribe, and let's do it in 20.